guys, welcome back to my video series. This is video number 5 of my study abroad experience here in Spain, and I'd like to just give you a quick update of some things I've been up to and some experiences that I've had recently. So some recent trips that I've been on, and I've been traveling a little bit, especially this past month. I was in Morocco about 2 weeks ago, and it was absolutely incredible. It was a complete culture shock like I never experienced before, even more so than coming to Madrid from the Midwest. But going to Morocco was completely different. It's a little bit terrifying at first, going in the street and seeing all the people on bikes and bicycles and mopeds and all the shops that are around. It's a little bit of complete mayhem, but it's super exciting.
Alright, follow him and I'm gonna take the reins here.
Alright. Once you adjust a little bit and you can actually get into the rhythm of things and actually have a good time and experience it with your friends. Another trip that I went on recently was to Valencia, and it was actually to a festival that's specific to Valencia. It's called Las Fallas, and it's done every single spring in the city of Valencia, and it is pretty much parades the entire weekend. And at the end of the festival on Sunday, called La Crema, they have these huge paper mache / wooden structures that all have clips of, but they are 6 or 7 stories high. They're completely humongous, and then they burn them at the end of the night. And it's supposed to symbolize renewal and just jumping into a new year with the spring theme itself. And it's completely crazy. There's fireworks, there's it's all contained, it's all very safe, but it's a huge spectacle and it's very beautiful to see, and I would recommend that if you are ever in Spain around March to go to that. So recently I had midterms about a week ago, and it was very different than the midterms that I've experienced in a university in the States. The States it's usually Scantrons, A, B, C, D, E. Here it's usually short answer or a paper. So for 2 of my courses, I had a formal proper exam, and it was maybe 5 or 6 very in-depth short answer questions that each touched on points that we talked about during the class previously. So I had to study differently and really adjust to that. And then for my other 2 classes, I had to write research papers. For the difficulty level, I would still say that you need to study for them, absolutely, but in a different way, like I mentioned before. So instead of going through and memorizing all the things that you think you need to memorize, you actually have to go and study the material and learn it and know it by heart and understand it if you want to do good on that exam. So spring break is coming up here. I know you guys back in the States already had it a couple weeks ago, but here it's Semana Santa, which is Easter week, and it is, I believe, it's a week and a half that I don't have classes, and my plans for that are it's called El Camino de Santiago, which is a pilgrimage through northern Spain, and the entire thing runs from mid-France to western Spain, and it takes about a month. So I'm doing 10 days worth of that trip, so about a third of it, and me and my friend Willie are gonna grab our essentials, and it's from a town called Ponferrada, and it's going to Santiago. Like I said, it's about 9 to 10 days, and it's all walking, and I'll make sure to to film the experience and really show you guys what I'll be going through and what I'll be experiencing throughout those next couple days. So that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, like always. And about 2 weeks ago, I passed my halfway point here in my study abroad experience, and it's really kind of opened my eyes to what I would say to a student looking to study abroad next semester. And I would say plan ahead as much as you can for your trips, because I know that personally costs me a little bit extra as far as hostels and flights. So if you can, you should know where you want to travel to and how you want to get there, and book it as fast as you can, so to get the lowest cost possible. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.